Hello and welcome on board this London North Western Railway Class 350-1.
Yes, we're on A50-1, heading through a very, very snowy West Midlands.
Yeah, very pretty.
Yeah, it is. For context, it is currently middle of November. Actually,
Yep.
we are recording today. It's going out.
Yes.
So yeah, very, very snowy West Midlands. We had a lot of snow overnight. I was actually very, very scared if I could get here or not to film the video because I had a lot of snow, and I was like, okay, will everything run? Luckily, everything was fine. I'm here. Getting back, however, is another option. But
Yup.
yeah, and so today we're heading off to Wolverhampton to have a bit of a discussion, really, about a recent project that was completed up in Wolverhampton. If you've seen the title, or you've seen the description or the thumbnail, you'll know what we're on about. But it's a bit of a hot topic, really, because it cost a lot of money. It was over budget by quite a lot and took a long time to do. And for such a short little project, we're asking, was it really actually worth the money to do?
Was it worth it, or should they have just kept what was already there for such a minimal difference to the Wolverhampton experience?
Yes, so we are on a 350. We will take this to Wolverhampton, and we will see you at Wolverhampton Station.
We'll see you at Wolverhampton Station. And we are here at Wolverhampton Station.
Yes, we went to Wolverhampton Station tram stop, which is actually a bit of a walk. Well, a bit of a walk.
Yeah, it's like a minute's walk from
the railway station.
The railway station.
Yeah, is, if I point the camera, is like a bit just down there. So it's
that
quite
big yellow thing.
A big yellow thing. So it's quite a decent walk away.
Yeah.
So I said we're going to do a bit of a talk about this extension. It opened about a year and a half ago. At a cost of over £50 million. It was severely over budget and severely delayed.
Yes, and we're going to explain all of this while walking along the line to show you how pointless this really was.
Yes, so
this tram is pulling in now, so we're going to wait for this tram to go, and then we're going to walk, and we will show you, we will get to the end of this extension before the next tram has arrived.
Yes, we will.
So let's wait for this one to go, and then
wait for this one to go.
And we're off.
We will leave. It only has like about 2 minutes wait time here.
Yeah.
So we will see you in 2 minutes.
See you in 2 minutes.
An eternity later.
Right, and the tram is about to set off, so we're going to start walking now.
It is. So
let's talk about the Wolverhampton extension of the Midland Metro.
Yeah. So the Wolverhampton extension was opened about a year and a half ago. And it was mainly for the as like a side project for the overall redevelopment of Wolverhampton mainline station, and also to give it a direct metro connection. And the same goes as well for the second top up the line, which is Piper's Row, which was for the Wolverhampton bus station, to give that also a direction change to the metro. So that's the main reason why it was built. Because currently, prior to this extension opening, the Wolverhampton terminus of Midland Metro was at St George's, which is like a bit further on down there, and the tram's now leaving.
Yep, tram is now leaving. It's an Urbus 3, which is the inferior one.
Yeah, it's one of the older style ones. The Urbus 100s are much nicer on side. If you get one of these, be prepared to have a sore bottom for your journey, because they are seats and those are rock hard.
Yep.
So yeah, we're walking up now, and as you can see, as compared to a lot of Midland Metro lines that are new build, there's something missing.
Yes.
Which is the overhead lines.
Yes, and that is something quite cool about the CAF Urbus trams that they actually have running here, is that they can be run on battery power.
Yes, and they do for quite a lot of the journey.
Yes.
So I believe the bits where they run on battery is between Birmingham New Street or Grand Central, off to the stop after Library. I think it's Brindley Place.
Brindley Place.
Then they open up between Brindley Place and Five Ways.
Yeah.
And they close down again at Five Ways and then run battery to Edgbaston. And on this end, they run battery between Piper's Row to stop up the line and Wolverhampton Station. There's no wires on this section here.
And the advantage of having this battery element to the tram means it can make extensions to the system very, very, very easy.
Yep. And here comes the next tram actually is coming in now. It's an Airbus 100. This one. This is number 52. One of the newer ones. So yeah, and it does. However, that wasn't the case for this extension. This extension doesn't have wires. Except it was probably it was the most costly rail project ever in the history of the UK.
Yeah.
In terms of pounds per cost per mile of track. It's a little 0.4 mile extension. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's this tiny little extension, and we're really just asking the question in this video: was it really worth it? And
yes,
we'll come on to the other transport connections when we get to the next stop.
Yeah, which is Piper's Row.
But like, considering they didn't even have to put up the wires.
Yeah, they only put the wires up for a short distance between Piper's Row and the junction where it met with the original alignment.
How has this gone so over budget?
Yeah, how? Obviously, they'll tell us in the comments about kind of the problems. I think they had a bunch of problems with the utilities as well, and also the road. They had to completely redo some of the roads on them. The traffic signals were being a bit of a pain. So there were some like kind of things, and that's the thing that happens with every project. You will have projects that don't go to plan. Yes. There will be some thing that wasn't taken into consideration. They're like, okay, this has had a bit of a screw up or a cock up. We need to spend a bit more money to get this right.
Yes. But to this level?
To this level, yes. And it was either completely poorly planned, or it was just everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. And I'm leading on to number 2, where I don't think it was poorly planned. I just think that a lot of stuff went wrong when they were building this extension.
And I also think they heavily underestimated how much it would actually cost to do the extension.
Yes. So we're now actually behind us is Wolverhampton bus station over there.
Yep.
And we actually are approaching the next stop, which is Piper's Row, which is the Midland Metro connection for the buses. For the bus station, for Wolverhampton bus station. And also we will see as well, this is where the wires now start.
Yes. So...
Oh, where are you going? We're going this way.
Yeah, we're going this way.
We're going this way. So that's where the wires start.
Also, this video is essentially going to be a big yap session from us.
Yeah. Just because it's just a thing we want to discuss. Like, was the cost of building this really worth it for how short it is?
Yes, because as you said, it's 0.4 miles, and when we get to Wolverhampton St George's, I've obviously got my watch here. I'm timing it right now. It's currently taken roughly 4 minutes.
Yeah.
To get here. And this stop is very close to Wolverhampton St George's as well.
It is. It's just around the corner.
Yeah.
So yeah, as you can see now that the wires have started. You can see the wires start here. They kind of like end at that pole right behind me. So when a tram gets into Wolverhampton St George's, it will put his pantograph up and it'll be on the wires all the way to Birmingham New Street.
And the reason why this is such a weird thing is, yes, this is great. You know, we have a direct transport connection for both the trains and the buses.
Yes.
But was it really worth 50 million of taxpayer pounds?
50 million.
Because let's not forget, it's not just 50 million quid, it's 50 million of taxpayer money.
It is. So people in the West Midlands pay their taxes, and that goes towards this extension. And was it worth it for this? And yes, it does have good connectivity. You have got direct, literally, we're on the tram platforms right now. The bus stop is literally in that door right there. It's literally a direct connection.
It is a direct connection.
And there's a second platform that's just over behind me as well. It's back there where the shelter is.
Oh, hello, Opta.
Oh, hello.
Opta.
Opta bus. Hello, Opta bus.
Opta bus.
So yeah. And yeah, you can literally see right over there where it corners.
Yeah.
And it joins on with the original alignment. We are so close here.
So close to Wolverhampton, St George's.
So close.
And
we've been walking for 7 minutes.
Yeah.
And what I find weird is...
wait for the Enviro.
Wait for us to go.
Hello, Enviro. Oh, that's an old Enviro.
It is, it's an old one.
Haven't seen them in a while in the West Midlands.
There it is. Off it goes. Very good.
Honestly, that looks very smart in the National Express.
They do, they look very nice.
Delivery.
So we are actually now and here is the junction.
Yes.
Which goes onto the original alignment, and actually you can see behind me, if we turn around, we can see behind
here
me,
comes the tram.
Yeah, the tram, it will turn in here. There it is, there it comes, there it's turning in onto the extension.
Yep.
Because just behind where the tram is now, and it comes, just behind where the tram is now is where the previous terminus was.
Yes.
Which ran until, well, it's apparently still open.
Yes.
But it hasn't seen a tram since its extension opened.
Yeah, you do a bit of talking about that.
Yeah, so I believe when this extension opened, the plan was, and I believe still is, for half the trams to go to St George's and half the trams to come to Wolverhampton Station. However, and when this extension was like, okay, yeah, they're going to go, all the trams are going to go to Wolverhampton Station for now. And then in about a month or so, they'll be half and half. It's been a year and a half and no tram has called at Wolverhampton St George's. I do not know why. I believe there's something to do with it. However, I'm not quite 100% sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have now gotten to the point where we meet the old alignment, and it has taken us about 7 minutes to walk.
Yes.
Just about 7 minutes. So
and bear in mind, we have not seen another tram.
And bearing in mind that trams on this section of the line, get this side, there you go. Trams on this section of the line are trams on the section of the line are every 10 minutes. Well, Metropolis every 10 minutes.
Yes.
So if you've just missed the tram and you're going into Wolverhampton city centre, then you just walk.
Yeah.
And you're coming over here, either to the bus station. Say you've gotten on a train from Wolverhampton, you're heading to the bus station.
Classic solo. Anyway,
you're heading to the bus station, and you've missed the tram. Just walk. It's quicker.
Yeah.
Obviously, the extension was designed for that, but if you were to do that, which some people probably will, then it is quicker just to walk.
And this again brings us back onto the point of, was it really worth it? Like, in London, they would never do something like this in London.
No.
Because the location of Wolverhampton St George's tram stop to Wolverhampton Station would just be a TfL OSI.
It would. So yeah,
why?
And that's the reason, I believe, why when they were building the original alignment in the 1990s, they built the Wolverhampton George's where they did. Because it was in a good location. You got Wolverhampton main city centre, which is behind it. The station, which was down there, the bus station was down there. It's kind of in the centre of everything.
And this new extension just muddles everything up.
It did.
And Wolverhampton St George's isn't even in use anymore.
And actually, I believe local Wolverhampton people tell me, if I'm not wrong, tell me in the comments. Now they've closed Wolverhampton George temporarily. It's actually a longer walk now if you want to head to the town centre. Because the town centre is right behind the tram stop, which we're going to get to. And now this tram stop is closed, the nearest stop to Wolverhampton is Piper's Row, which is a bit of a longer walk.
Yeah.
So if anything, it's made journeys longer in some respects.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're now at the original OG terminus, which is Wolverhampton St George's.
And still note, a tram has not been gone in the reverse direction.
Nope, we haven't. We have walked past the tram on the extension.
Yep.
So
that again proves why did this didn't need to happen. Like,
no, it did not.
This was in such a good location. 7 to 8 minute walk away from the main station.
Yeah.
4 minute walk from the bus stop, and right in the town centre.
You can see, if you look at the tractor at Wolverhampton George, you can see they have completely, I don't know how it is, they are completely rusty. A tram has not been on here in a long time. In a long time.
So yes, £50 million
for that extension.
£50 million for a bit of track that you can walk in 8 minutes.
Notice that it was also late. It was meant to open in just about 2020. Obviously, you had the pandemic, which kind of screwed everything up for any transport project.
Yeah.
And
there we go.
The tram.
Finally.
I don't know if you can see it on camera, but you can see the tram is turning into the junction and heading away. But there used to be a 2-platform station.
Yeah.
They have now reduced it to one platform and reduced it to no trams at all.
Yes, and where one platform was is now a bus lane.
Yeah, buses are now on now. So yeah, you can see, if you look at the canopy and the lighting thing, you can see it definitely was designed to be a 2-platform station, I believe.
Opta.
And there is an OG Opta.
Opta, best bus of all time.
Yes.
And you've got an SR there as well. Honestly, Wolverhampton on top having Optas.
Yeah.
This is going in our Opta ranking. Anyway, and it again just begs the question, was what can be done in an 8 minutes walk really worth £50 million? I can't stress how much of a big amount of money that is.
It is.
If I got my hands on £50 million, you can guarantee you every steam engine would be in preservation right now.
So yeah, and think of other tram projects that happened around the same time. The Trafford Park extension in Manchester.
Yeah.
That cost, I believe, around 40 million. I'm not sure it was around there. But that goes way longer. Yeah. That goes away from Trafford Park.
So
and that included a park and ride as well at Parkway. It included a bunch of stuff.
So why did this cost so much?
Yeah, why?
Like,
it's a mystery.
It is.
And I think it just, as I mentioned before, it's a project that was meant to cost more, but it was problem after problem after problem after, oh, this has happened, oh shit. And then COVID hit.
Yep.
And it was meant to open for the Commonwealth Games that happened here, to get people on trams from the Wolverhampton station to the Birmingham NEC for the Commonwealth Games. But yeah, it opened after that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a real mystery.
And again, it costs so much for such a little extension. It's completely, so to answer the question, no, it wasn't worth it. We walked it before the tram could even get there.
Obviously, you've got the question of, okay, we are pretty fit, healthy young people. We can walk it. There obviously will be some people that cannot walk it. So it's good, I suppose, for those people that cannot, want to direct quicker way to get to where they need to go.
Yeah.
But it does open connections, and I think it will add a bit more to the Wolverhampton economy. Yeah. Because of the connections and the small connections that you can do.
But that's a bit. For 50 million.
It is. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Like, it is pretty much the antithesis of what a light rail extension should be. A light rail extension should be cheap and it should be affordable.
This was neither.
And what makes it even weirder is you didn't have to bother with all the other infrastructure requirements with light rail because they run on battery.
They do.
So you had less to put up, you had less to do. All you had to do was put tracks in the road, essentially. We went on this in the beginning, was that the tram stop is not actually a direct connection to the station. They could have much better used the disused platform 6 at Wolverhampton.
Yeah, and having like actually in the gate line.
Yeah.
So we're directly in the station.
Which would be much better.
Or even better, have like a Manchester Victoria, Manchester situation where there actually is a direct connection into the station.
Yeah. Whereas it's sort of just plopped by the side.
Yeah, it's like, look, if we have room there, we'll put it there. That'll do. There you go. Done.
Yeah.
Bing. £50 million worth.
No.
Especially for such a short extension.
Like 0.4 miles.
Yeah.
Like, I swear, like, there will be extensions of heavy rail lines of longer distance that will cost less.
Yes.
That will have wires as well.
Yes, that will. So yeah, a bit of a ranty video from us this week. We have been going for 60 minutes on this.
So we're gonna love you and leave you.
Yes, we are. Let us know your thoughts in the comments.
Please leave a comment.
We've obviously said our view. We want to know what you think.
And if
what do you think it was worth it? And do you think they either could have done something better, or what would you have done better?
And if you know why it took so long, then please leave a comment. If you know why this happened, please tell us.
And if you know where about, and also what's happening to Wolverhampton, Georgia's, or what's happening to the other extensions as well, because we want to cover the other extensions more than the open, because they'll be exciting, and hopefully they don't cost as much. So yeah, thank you very much for watching.
Yes, don't forget to also, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. It means a lot, and subscribe to the channel again. Yeah, means a lot.
It does.
And thank you for watching. I've been Willow.
And I have been Ewan.
And we will see you next week.
See you next week.
Okay, thanks. Bye.